Governance is often reduced to politics, laws, elections, and accountability. But true governance is broader. It is the framework by which any institution stewards resources, makes decisions, and serves the people entrusted to its care. Whether in a nation or a church, governance answers three questions. Who decides? For whose benefit? By what rules? Scripture establishes governance as a sacred trust. Jethro counseled Moses to appoint accountable leaders. Exodus 18:21. The early church appointed deacons to ensure fair distribution so that there were no needy persons among them. Acts 6:14. 4:34-35. Jesus redefined authority as servanthood. Not so with you. Whoever would be great among you must be your servant. Mark 10:43. Governance, however, is incomplete without providing dignified work. From the beginning, God placed humanity in a garden to work it and keep it. Genesis 2:15. Paul made clear that idleness is not an option, but he also assumed the community would enable productive labor. If anyone is not willing to work, let him not eat. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. The early church did not merely give alms. They created systems where need was eradicated through collective provision and economic sharing. This is where business, industrialization, and enterprise become not optional, but essential to faithful stewardship. Jesus' parable of the talents is a governance lesson. The master entrusts resources to servants, and those who invest for increase are commended. The one who merely buries the capital is condemned. Matthew 25:14-30. Entrusted resources, whether state taxes or church offerings, must be put to work for the flourishing of all. Yet a troubling contradiction persists. Some pastors write extensively on governance, teaching leadership, accountability, and stewardship, yet publicly mock the idea of the church engaging in industrialization. They dismiss factories and enterprise as distractions from spiritual work, while their institutions extract billions from struggling members to fund private jets, luxury mansions, and political alliances. This is not governance, it is extraction. One cannot author principles of responsible management while refusing to invest in the very industries that would lift the people from poverty. As James wrote, if a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of you says to them, go in peace, be warmed and filled, without giving them the things needed for the body, what good is that? James 2:15-16. Governance without productive investment is merely the management of poverty. The church must rethink. If it teaches wealth creation, it must practice it by entering enterprise, creating jobs, and stewarding offerings as seed for collective uplift, not private empire. If it preaches governance, it must submit to it. With transparency, accountability, and a commitment to the material as well as spiritual well-being of its members. True governance reflects the character of God. He will judge the poor with righteousness and decide with equity for the meek of the earth. Isaiah 11:4. Until the church embraces industrialization as part of its governance, it will continue to lead from a place of contradiction, and the people will continue to suffer.